And we're off. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Finally, we're kicking off the finale. We had to wait for a couple of minutes. We needed to coordinate something behind the scenes, so we're making sure that everything is running as smooth as possible. GM, happy to hear you and see all of you. Yes, just say hi in chat. We'll start off in a minute. There's get a lot of people still coming in. Very happy to see all of you. Nice. And also thank you all for having all of your names and names of your projects and companies in your names. It's going to make it a lot easier for a team behind the scenes who's going to be helping me with adding people to the stage. Amazing. Happy to have you all here. But right, let's kick off. So obviously, this is the finale event. This has been what we've been working towards for the past 4 weeks, and an amazing endeavor with a lot of hard work, and hopefully everyone gets to enjoy and to see what each and every one of the finalists have built. So who are we? Well, we're Encode Club. For those of you that still don't know us, we've been doing this for quite a long time now. We are a global community of top developers, professionals, and talented students in emerging tech that we try to organize all kinds of programs, such as this one. Such as we organize a lot of hackathons, we organize a lot of accelerators and boot camps that help you learn and move your careers forward. In the current event, we are finalizing a hackathon, the Polkadot Inc. hackathon. It was an amazing, as I said, program that we kicked off 4 weeks ago. It was a really challenging one because of what Inc. is and how popular it is. And it was quite hard for us, as also for everyone that took part to make the most of it and contribute with something of value, which was and in the end, everything that was submitted, again, so many submissions and all the hard work and all these questions on Discord actually paid out, because again, we were really happy with the amazing turnout that we've seen. For those of you that still don't know me, I'm Yasser, and I had the pleasure to work with all of you, both sponsors and participants alike. I was a program manager for this program and continue for tonight for the amazing finale, which hopefully, as your host, will see some amazing performances by everyone that will be pitching. And having seen all the pitches several times, actually, I think that all of you will get to enjoy some great projects, really. Again, we wouldn't have had this event if it wasn't for our amazing partners and sponsors. We wouldn't have had it without Polkadot. Also amazing sponsors like Zeitgeist, Azero, GetBlock, Asta, and Azero ID, all of which contributed a huge amount throughout the duration of the hackathon. That means that all of them were involved with workshops. All of them were really active on our Discord, and with so many questions coming in, they were here and there to provide both technical assistance as well as any other sort that might have been needed. So thank you. Apologies. There's been a bit of technical issues that my headphones turned off. But again, as I was saying, thank you to all the sponsors that have been part of this event so far, and we wouldn't have done it without you. Moving onward, we are now. I wanted to present the judges that will be involved in the finale. Both judges were actually involved in the selection of the finalists as well. Sadly, one of them, Omji, who's on our team, will not be here live. She is following, but she won't be on stage. We are in contact, and she is following and will be sending me her comments. So while, as I said, she is not not going to be on stage, she will be following all of your pitches. The other one, Victor, is here. So if we can have him on stage, he's going to be following all of the pitches that we'll see tonight, and he will be the one to move to a breakout rooms once we've seen all the pitches, and we will discuss both with Omji's comments and Victor's to get to know who the final winners will be. I see Victor's on stage, so hey, Victor.
How are you doing today?
Very good. Excited to finally be at the finale itself. A lot of folks been done to this event, and happy for all the finalists as well, because they've been through a lot as well.
Indeed, I'm really excited, I have to say.
Great. Any comments from you? What are you looking for tonight? What is the one thing that you would like to see?
I don't know, because when I was reviewing the list of projects, that, by the way, was very, very long, and some of the projects were actually very cool. So I'm very amazed also with how interesting some of the solutions are. I really like the usage of ink, some of the people did, and especially some of the ideas. What I really like is that finally I get to see some of the buzzwords turn into real projects. So I'm not naming anyone, but I really like the fact that it's not a buzzword. It's something that I can really go to the repo, test it. I also like when people do, the live demos, whether they are in Barcelona, anywhere else. And I also like the quality of the pitch that people have submitted. They're very comprehensive, and they gave me a good overview of what the project was about, which is absolutely stunning. So I'm very excited.
Likewise, and happy to be hosting this event now. And we will meet again in the breakout room to discuss what we've seen tonight. Thank you for coming and addressing the audience. Right, moving on. What is happening next? First, we will hear from our finalists. We have 9 teams ready and waiting. They've been through a couple of pitch practices already, so they are happy to finally, show their work and present in their best way possible. And then we're going to move on to the judging period. The judging period is going to be when, as I said, we'll move on to a breakout room with Victor. I will get Omji's notes, and in the meantime, you will get to hear from our CEO Anthony, who will come in and share a few words while we're discussing the finalists. Once we've had the chance to evaluate all the projects, we will come back to the main room and we will start off the prize giving ceremony, which we also have representatives from all the sponsors who will be invited on stage, and they will be the ones to mention who the winners of their bounties are. Right, so without further ado, let's move on. And the actual pitch order that we are going to be seeing tonight, the teams will be Kudos Inc. Moving on to DENBS, Zeitgeist Fund, Proownas, Passport Manager, Pokemon Marketplace, Azero Message, Women of Polkadot, and Ink GPT. This is going to be the order that we will be following tonight. And we will be starting off with Kudos Inc. So once we are ready, we can proceed on with Igor and Leandro for the first pitch tonight.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello, everyone.
Feel free to share your screen, guys, and take it away when you're ready.
Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, and we can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm ready. Hello, everyone. My name is Igor. With Leandro, we have been working on a prototype to improve open source contributions. It's called Kudos Inc. Why first? Because open source is becoming a crucial opportunity for tech companies. There is a strategic importance for projects to gather developers around an idea. However, the contribution experience for the majority of developers can be a real nightmare. Why? Because it's difficult to find contributions that match the skills and interest of the developers. Also, there is no a good pipeline for incentivize the work, and it's not automated nor transparent. On top of that, sometimes you can imagine a single payment transaction, but maybe you want to customize the reward. So there is clearly a lack of customization in the current solutions. To solve those problems, we introduced Kudos Inc., a platform that connects developers and projects to move forward, build together in a more flexible way. Our solution uses Ink smart contracts and OpenBrush for the payment of the reward, and GitHub workflows to automate everything. Here's how it works. So on the top left corner, there is a contributor. He's going to look for some issues and register directly into the Kudos Inc. portal. Once he picks one issue, is start working on directly into the code base of the project. Once the issue is closed, it will trigger a workflow that's going to register a proof into a smart contract. Both the workflow and the smart contract are extended from the Kudos Inc. factory, so the tools that we provide, where there are templates and also a smart contract wizard that can be embedded directly into the project. Then in the background, there is a data layer that is going to populate the Kudos Inc. portal with information about the issues and the rewards. And the contributor will be able to claim the reward when the job is done. So at the moment, we have submitted in the hackathon the workflow and some templates of contracts. But now we are still working on these projects, providing good documentation and guidelines with templates also to integrate into existing projects. We are also working on a data layer to subscribe to repositories of interest. And in the future, we want to provide a contract wizard and a better UI portal for a good user experience. Our work is available in our GitHub organization. And during this last week, we extended the team with a new team member, and we are focusing the Polkadot ecosystem, scrapping some repositories of interest, and we are already able to gather some crucial information. Kudos for listening. Feel free to follow our work in our GitHub. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Igor, for the presentation. Hope everyone enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Nice to see you again here. Great. Moving on to the second team, which is the NPC or DENBS. I'm going to move back to the stage. Thank you, Igor. Thank you, Leandro.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Marcos. Hope you're doing great.
Yeah, let's share my screen.
Take it away.
So, introducing our groundbreaking business idea, a decentralized news broadcasting system that leverages the power of generative AI technology to revolutionize the way news is translated and shared across different languages and cultures. Imagine Agence France Press, Associated Press, Thomson Reuters, and more, all combined into one incentivized, permissive, and verified ecosystem. With DENBS, you have the power to engage in peer-to-peer market, connect with influencers, and access a dynamic ads and content marketplace. While the use cases are endless, generally speaking, DENBS is good if you are effortless spreading information far and wide, transforming your data, harnessing the power of generative AI, breaking down barriers, reaching new heights, and unlocking untapped potential, earning rewards by helping, earning fees by delegating stakes. So check out our GitHub for specific use case examples. We created several new Inc. smart contracts, epoch for rate calculations, and time-based rewards for broadcasters, subscribers, delegates, and investors. Publisher registry stores information about the valuable topics and their publishers. It's used by the broker nodes to determine which topics to broadcast message from. Topic metadata empowers brokers to determine behavior and set up publisher data sources for seamless message broadcasting. Subscriber deals manage subscription to topics and receive content from publishers. As an added benefit, subscribers receive a reward. By staking more, subscribers increase their chances of being selected as broadcasters in the next epoch. DeFi delegating stakes allows third parties to delegate resources to subscribers in exchange for a fee. And this boosts contract even for the most well-designed system. There will be times when a dispute arises, but that's not all. We believe in rewarding those who contribute to the process. By participating as a judge, you have the opportunity to earn rewards based on your work. So, join us in pioneering this transformative era in news broadcasting. With our decentralized new broadcast system, we empower global communities by breaking down language barriers, encouraging cultural understanding, and revolutionizing how news is consumed worldwide. Be part of this exciting movement today. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcus. A really ambitious project, so good luck in the endeavor. Moving on to Zeitgeist Fund. Thank you, Marcus. I'm going to be moving you back to the stage.
Hi there.
Hello,
Can you hear
Jeremy.
me?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. All right. So I've made Zeitgeist Fund, which is a prediction market fund built on the Zeitgeist parachain. If you are unfamiliar with prediction markets, then the basic theory is that prediction markets have better results when a collective group of people bet their money on it. For example, in the 2020 US election, the prediction markets accurately predicted the election of Joe Biden on nearly every day. But who can predict everything? One of the main issues with prediction market liquidity is that most people have no knowledge of most markets. We're not all doctors, policymakers, market analysts, etc. We're all laymen in most fields. So the solution here then is to delegate prediction market funds to professionals that you trust so that you can still participate in prediction markets. To do this, I've built an Inc. smart contract on top of the Zeitgeist parachain protocol that interacts with their pre-existing prediction market logic that creates a fund for prediction market investors to pool their liquidity for industry professionals to manage on your behalf. In the smart contract, the manager will first instantiate a new Zeitgeist Fund smart contract, which users or investors can fund with their Zeitgeist tokens. Then, once the fund is completely funded, the manager can then interact with the Zeitgeist core runtime, including the swaps palette and the prediction markets palette, allowing them to interact with the Zeitgeist markets as if they were a normal single wallet. And finally, and this can be done multiple times, the issuer can then issue dividends that users or investors can claim so that they can realize their gains. It's also important to note that ownership of the fund is in its own token format and can feasibly be traded among users as well. As for the market, while it's very difficult to get data on traditional prediction markets due to regulatory issues in the US, prediction markets have grown. They've gone from thousands to millions as seen the volumes of prediction markets of US elections over time. And this isn't even including the prediction markets built on Web3, which have expanded the area. As for revenue, as this is a working DeFi product, there are a few options that we can present when moving forward to ensure sustainability for all parties involved. A small creation fee can be added, or a small swap/transfer fee can be added to ensure protocol level revenue. On the other hand, managers ought to also be able to set a transparent management fee. In conclusion, Zeitgeist Fund makes it easier for all users to get exposure to prediction markets on Polkadot. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. As always, on time and spot on. Thank you. Moving on to our next presentation. Jeremy, I'll be moving you back to the audience. Proceeding with Proownas. Getting Balaji on stage. Hey, Balaji.
Let me share my screen and then get set. Hi, guys. So yeah, this is my submission for the Inc. Hackathon, and the project is called Proownas, and it's a decentralized way to earn liquid tokens on your real estate properties. Let me paint a scenario. So let's say you're Bob, you own a property. Let's say it's a piece of land. This is a piece of land that you own, and we can all agree, like the whole world can agree, that this is a land that is worth at least like 50K USD or like a large amount of money. But let's paint a scenario where you're kind of like, you need a less expensive amount of money. So you need like 5,000, but you have land that is worth like 50K. In the real world, you literally have no way of making money off of this land because it's not been developed. It's just a piece of land, but it's worth a lot. So like some things you could do to kind of like make money off of this land, say you need money urgently, you could put the land up as collateral to a lending platform, and then they take the land and then they give you some amount of money, let's say the 10K or 5K that you need. In this case, you kind of like lose some of ownership on the land. Or you could also like lease out the land for a fee, which someone would pay you like a one-time lease fee, and then you collect that amount for the property, but then you have like little claim to the land during the years while the land is on lease. Or you could make it like a landed property, which means you build like a house on it, and then you can earn like rent and all those things and make money from that. But in that case, that takes a long time, and then you kind of like don't have like a lot of ownership on the land, and that's where pro owners come in. With pro owners, you can earn money on your properties on this piece of land without forfeiting ownership of the land. The land remains yours, and then you can continue to earn value from it, even if the value goes up. How do we do this? So pro owners has a DAO. You can join the DAO. So pretty much the pro owners DAO is responsible for creating proposals and reviewing proposals and also minting users' assets on chain. So like the user needs to have like valuable real world asset because that is how this works. So we go through like a physical verification period within the DAO. So DAO members, they can take this on themselves and verify the ownership of the land and the existence of the land. And also there's a voting period where the DAO members can kind of like decide if they want to accept this new proposal or if the land is not a valid one. If all these things pass and everything checks is right, so you can go ahead and mint the assets on chain. Now you have like a physical representation of your real world assets on the blockchain, which is kind of like a synthetic asset. Then after that, you can go ahead and do like valuation of the prices of the asset that you just proposed. So like the DAO members are responsible for this, kind of like making sure the right value of the land is met, and the real price can be brought on chain via an oracle. And also the earnings of each user can be calculated based on what percentage of the total shares that they own from the total pool of land that we have. According to the roadmap, we currently build like the DAO contract as part of the Hackathon, the DAO contract, and it's also live on Astra Shibuya testnet. At the moment, we are implementing oracles for valuating the price of the properties. This will allow us to make sure like users cannot just like put in fake prices for the properties. And there's also plans to launch like a DeFi scheme around like pro owners. In the future, there's plans to add like ZK technologies to make sure that users' properties and earnings and the values of their properties are not just like exposed to the public, but then there's kind of like security and privacy over this information. I built this project as part of the Hackathon. My name is Balaji Ahmad, and I'm a full stack blockchain engineer. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Balaji. Very happy to see the immense progress that you've done throughout the past week. So congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Proceeding on further with our next presentation, which is going to be Password Manager. Hey, Vincent.
Hey, are you able to hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you. And what about the slides? Everything working okay?
Visible as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Cool. All right. I imagine most of you are thinking at this point, why another password manager? There's already so many in existence already. So what is wrong with the existing ones? Well, one, they own your data. Maybe not in a legal sense, but in a practical sense. If they want to delete your password, there is nothing you can do to stop them. Two, they control access to your own passwords. If you do something they don't like or forget and make a payment 1 month, they can revoke your access to their API, which would mean you lose access to your own passwords. So what is the solution then? I say, deploy your own password manager to your preferred blockchain. That way, one, you own your data. And two, nothing can limit your access. If an RPC node goes down, you can always switch to another or build your own for later usage. So nothing can limit your access. But what about the passwords themselves? Are we really going to be storing passwords on chain? The answer is no. What you need to store is the encrypted version so no one else can steal. Further, the encryption process needs to occur off chain. So let's see an example. First, you will choose a master password that you need to commit to memory or store somewhere else and not hand off to anyone. Then, given a password that you want to retrieve later, you encrypt it using your master password. This will result in an encrypted password that looks like gibberish to anyone else. It is this encrypted password or gibberish that you store on chain. Similarly, if you want to retrieve a password, what you'll actually retrieve is the encrypted password or gibberish. Then again, using your master password, you can decrypt it to get your actual password that you want. With this, you actually now know how to, the major elements of a password manager on blockchain. And as for current status, well, as of the end of the hackathon, although limited in features, I now have a working prototype. And as for next steps, other than to finish off the features, it is to package it into a Chrome or Brave extension, since that is the version of password managers that we're used to. And after that, well, release the password manager into the wild so that everyone can own their own data. Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent. Once again, really, really interesting project and a great implementation. So moving on with our next project. I will move you back to the stage, Vincent, and proceeding on with Pokemon Marketplace. I can see Ashtosh getting ready as well. Hello, Ankush. Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep. Hello.
Hello.
Just a moment. Let me get my camera.
Some technical difficulties, as always, but we can wait for a minute to be resolved. Let's see if he actually left. Okay, new invite coming in. Should be fine.
Hello.
Hello.
So it says no camera detected.
Right. Okay. Feel free to share your screen and we can proceed.
Okay.
Hopefully
okay,
the screen sharing will work.
Yep. Okay, so I hope the screen is visible.
Loading. Yes, it is.
Okay. So hello everyone. Our project is Pokemon Marketplace, and our project targets the gaming industry. And we are trying to upgrade how in-game items are purchased or sold by players. If we talk about the current state of games, we can find that the game companies have full authority over the items that players buy, which means that in case any game becomes unprofitable and the company decides to kill it, the players lose their inventory and whatever asset they worked hard to collect or buy. Also, the items are accessible in one game only, which means that if you buy a particular asset in one specific game, it won't be accessible in another game, which is quite obvious. And also, the purchases don't really have much transparency since it relies on traditional payment methods and a centralized system. So, in the end, it is the player who is at a loss. And here is a real life example of the issue that we have discussed about. So, Marvel Heroes was a game which was released in 2013. It was free to play and had purchasable items. However, its parent company, Gazillion Entertainment, decided to shut it down in 2017. All the players lost their accounts and their items which they paid for, and this is just one example of many such games. So what is a solution for this? So we have developed a prototype game where the game items are stored on the blockchain, and the game companies will only be able to issue those purchasable items. And whenever a purchase is made, it will be entirely on chain and totally owned by the player. So even if the game is killed, the player will still have access to the items and even sell them to other players. This also ensures that there is full transparency and the players don't lose anything. Moreover, since we are using blockchain, it can be used for really creative purposes. Like imagine that you are buying an asset in one game, but it also automatically becomes available inside another game, so there is a compatibility across different games. Here is a screenshot of our prototype where players can buy Pokemons and use them for battles. On the left, you can see a list of all the available Pokemons which are on the marketplace, and towards the right, you can see a list of the Pokemons that I own. As you can see that I have selected Pikachu, and I can also use it for battle since I own that Pokemon. To build this prototype, we modified the Hackathon boilerplate which was given to us by the Hackathon organizers, and we integrated our own smart contract with it. To simplify things a bit, here is a diagram that shows the overall flow of the marketplace system. We have three entities: the game company, the smart contract, and the users. The contract stores important data such as the item details and ownership details, and it also acts as the link between the company and the users. The game company and the users can perform a set of actions and supply information to the contract, which then updates its storage with the incoming data accordingly. In future, we plan to release an NPM library so that developers can easily use the marketplace that we have developed. And also, we plan to onboard some game developers and release a live game which will be integrating our smart contract. That was all we wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ankush. Again, really impressive to see your presentation, knowing where it actually started, without spoiling too much for the rest of the participants. But again, a job well done. Proceeding on to Azero message.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hey, Jamie.
Perfect. Hi. Can you see my screen?
I'm loading up. Yes, I can.
All right, perfect. So the app that I developed is an implementation of address-to-address messaging on Aleph Zero. The problem is address-to-address messaging isn't natively supported or accessible in the Substrate ecosystem. A lot of users do not want to tie socials with their on-chain addresses. But why would we want to message other addresses? Well, example use cases why the communication channel needs to be open for is, for example, validators to inform their nominators of planned or emergency events, White Hat informing a smart contract deployer or its users of a vulnerability, communication between hackers, with hackers actually to arrange settlements after a breach, or simple messaging between users or communities. Basically, the current implementation of Azero Message supports messaging and receiving messages to any address or domain from Azero ID. The messages are stored on chain. You have optional encryption on the messages so that only the recipient can decrypt the message and read them. And the app is currently live and is being used. In the future, I plan to add bulk messaging. Actually, that was at the end of the hackathon that I was planning to add bulk messaging, but as of yesterday, I pushed it to live. So it's not a future plan anymore. I also plan to add a public board where people could post advertisements and PSAs, and also add some kind of message notification so that you don't have to go to the app to know if you receive the messages. The currently live implementation, it allows receiving or reading messages sent to and from addresses. So you can decide whichever one you want to see. You can search addresses with their corresponding Azero ID domains or the address. In the layout, you have address to domain conversion so that it's easier to know who messaged you or who messaged who. And there's also an Explorer link to the transaction on chain. When you're sending a message, you can also message domains or standard addresses. You have instant address and domain validation to make sure you're sending to a valid address. And you can optionally encrypt your message or just send it as is. Now, as I said, there is also a bulk messaging feature where you can message to 500 addresses at once. The other feature that is currently live is the latest messages. So you can see the messages that have been sent or received as their latest history. So that is it for my app. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. Great presentation. I hope everyone enjoyed it as well. A really nice idea and a great implementation as well.
Thank you.
Moving you back to the audience, and we're proceeding on with Women of Polkadot. We have 3 representatives from their team who will be joining our stage shortly. Hey, Aurora.
Hello.
We're waiting for the rest as well. Yes, hi, Pirina.
Hello.
Right, feel free to take it away.
Okay, can you hear me? Test.
Yes, loud and clear, and we can see everything.
So, hello, we are Women of Polkadot, and we're the upcoming #1 NFT collection on the Polkadot ecosystem. But before I go into our project, let me present you a little story. So I don't know if you remember, but when we were children, we were told this story of the ugly duckling. So you basically had this duck who was hatched among other ducks, but it felt very out of place. So what happened when it basically grew up, it became a beautiful swan, and it actually realized it never was a swan. And yes, so why am I telling you this story? Well, because as a woman in this male-dominant blockchain industry, you kind of feel out of place. So that's why we created our initiative, Women of Polkadot. And we wanted to basically give identity to women in the Polkadot ecosystem and unite them together. We already created a couple of events, and the meetings so far have been completely wonderful. So for the purpose of this hackathon, we created an NFT collection. It comprises of 1,000 different NFTs. And if you combine all the different attributes together, you can make 5 billion unique NFTs together. So how does it work? Well, each woman can create her own individual NFT. You can choose your own background, your skin, depending on your skin tone, your lips, your clothing, your eyes, how you want to look, or how maybe you want to look. So we put a lot of emphasis on the design. And as you can see, we have light theme and dark theme. So basically how it works, you connect your wallet, you verify yourself. So you verify yourself, the data is sent to us on the back end. Once we send you some women tokens, and then you can choose your own NFT and mint it. So here I have to put in my wallet details and sign the transaction. Mint was successful. Okay, so behind the scenes, we send you a woman token, and we can send you basically based on your participation, or if it's your first NFT as a woman. So what's next for us? We want to make this dApp production ready. We're going to deploy it either on Azero or Astar. And our wish is really to organize more such Women of Polkadot events, do some social media promotion, and basically collaborate with other projects. So that's all from us. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and follow us on X. Thank you.
Thank you, Aurora, and thank you for being here. Again, amazing presentation. And for everyone, feel free to ask questions in chat. I'm sure that they will be really glad to respond. Nice. Okay, proceeding on to the very last one, which is Ink GPT. And I'm just going to remove the other presentation. And we are ready to hear from Mark.
Awesome. Hey, Mark. Thank you, Austin. Hey, guys, I'm Mark. I built Ink GPT, where we can generate, compile, and deploy Ink smart contracts using AI. So learning Rust and Ink, is it fun? Well, it turns out it's kind of not fun, especially for beginners or people that don't know Rust. So we're looking to solve this, make it easier for newcomers. And that's what Ink GPT does. We're making it way less complex and easier to deploy your first contracts using AI. So if we jump in, it's a familiar interface. We're using the contracts UI, and we just added a tab here for generating a contract. So the user will prompt here, and they'll get a contract generated. This is using a fine-tuned model of GPT, which gives us better results than just any regular GPT model. And we can then just deploy also directly from this interface. And let's jump right into a demo and see it in action. So here we are on the custom contracts UI, and we're going to ask for simple contract as a beginning developer. We just want to, maybe we're going through some docs and we can just spin up a quick contract. And we're basically using a trained GPT 3.5 model. So this can get a lot better with better models and more data sets. Just using some example contracts from Ink docs. And we can see just by the click of the compile button, we automatically import the code to our project and have it compiled. And the next step would be just the typical flow on the contracts UI, where you're going to deploy a new contract and upload the bundled code. So we're going to grab that. And this is the generated code that we're then going to just deploy. And this would be the regular flow that users already do with the contracts UI. And we're deploying this to LF0 testnet. And that's basically it. We'll see the contract deployed here. And we can start interacting with the functions directly. And that's basically it. The goal is, we should be embracing the AI toolchain. This works for non-technical builders, people coming from Web 2, but also especially for Solidity devs or people that know other smart contract languages and want to jump right into the Ink ecosystem. Thank you. That's it for Ink GPT.
Thank you, Mark. A great presentation indeed, and a really, really interesting project. So really interested to see where we go from here. Right, so now we're going to be moving, I at least will be moving with Victor to the breakout room to discuss all of the pitches and to get OMG's feedback for all of the pitches. And in the meantime, we have our CEO, Anthony Perlman, on stage, who decided to jump on even before he was supposed to, impatiently. Right, in the meantime, I'll quickly set up the breakout room. So Victor, be ready. We're going to move out real quick.
Beautiful. Hi, everyone. I look like some sort of angel, which is obviously indicative of my overall form in general. Hopefully everyone can hear and see me.
Yes.
Beautiful. Awesome. I'll wait for you to leave, Yasin.
Yep. 1 second. We should be going off in a bit.
Out of interest, everyone in chat, who do you think is going to win the hackathon? I'd be interested to see who. Oh,
yeah, we're moving. So
it says I will join main room.
Yeah, you are in the main room. It's fine.
That was very confusing. Beautiful. Yeah, who do we think is going to win? I have no horse in this race. So if you have a view, or you want to vote for yourself, it doesn't go to anywhere. Please put it into chat. That's very boring. Everyone, we can hear you. Thank you. So long as you can hear me, that's a good thing. Let me. Ink GPT is great. Well, make sure we've got all the project. If you do want to share your project, and also what I love to do in these instances as well, is share your socials, so we can all keep up to date with each other, keep up to date, share what's going on, and go on to future things. I'll drop mine as well. I'll happily give a follow, even if you don't follow me, really. But yeah, so I want to say a few words in this brief period about Encode and what's coming up. First of all, a kind of a big well done to you all for taking part in this event. I've already noticed a number of familiar faces and familiar names, which is always very pleasing, and the strength of the Encode community and your continued participation in it is something that makes me personally extremely happy. We've done many Polkadot events now. We were doing a little bit of reflecting this week and looking back, and we're into our 4th year. I can remember the first time We have estates of Parity and Urban and Hutch, as it was then, and Dan and Faith. I hope we have repaid with great dividend with all the things that have gone on and continue to go on. One thing that is coming up, which I would be remiss not to mention, is the Polkadot Accelerator. This is an opportunity for you to, I'm sure Nevin's going to drop the link into chat, an opportunity for you to continue with your project into a format that kind of helps you become a startup, which would be very fun. We've had a number in the past, hundreds of millions raised by Encode graduates, and thank you very much, Nevin, perfectly on cue. So we'd like you to apply for this. We take about 8 teams in consideration. Some of you have already applied and are being considered, but please do not hesitate to apply. We broadly look for a project or a team that we have conviction in, or that at least we think has great promise and can benefit from the program, and we hope to use it as a platform for you to try and fundraise. And I think now is a really good time. I'm particularly bullish at the moment on market conditions, and the old adage of build in the bear, launch in the bull, raise in the bull, build again in the bear, I think holds true. So I hope to see a number of you apply and doing extremely well. Most of you know what Encode is all about, but we are fundamentally educators. Our focus is on helping you upskill in and around the themes of emerging tech. I'm very pleased to see. Oh, thank you, Aurora. That's lovely to hear. I'm very pleased to see the amount of AI projects. AI is going to be a big trend for Encode in 2024. We have running, and Nevin can perhaps add this into the chat as well, our first AI program at the moment, our AI Foundational Bootcamp, taught by our exceptional teacher, Matthias. And next year, I can exclusively reveal we will be doing a big in-person London AI Hackathon, which will hopefully be the biggest of its kind in London in next Q1, amidst other Web3 and AI-focused events, including a Web3 AI online hackathon. So not always for you to get involved on the AI side, which I think you'll agree is a very good opportunity, and we look forward to seeing the combined use cases that you might think up, or focused on specifically Web3 if you so choose, and Polkadot. We will be announcing our 2024 Polkadot programs in due course. I did see a question in chat about where we're, if I have a hackathon in India, not yet. Certainly the online ones, we encourage your participation. Not yet, I would love to do one. Though we certainly will be doing, I think, 1 or 2 Asian events in the second half of 2024. I also should mention that Encode prides itself on our recruitment and talent arm. We help the best of you get jobs in the space, and provide a platform to meet top Web3 companies, and hopefully some AI companies as well in due course. Please, if you are looking to get a job, please stay tuned on our Discord, and you can drop me an email. I can't promise in all cases we can help. Nevin's put a link in. Thank you very much, Nevin. But what I can promise is that we will at least provide some good advice and maximally some good intros to companies, and help you continue on your journey in that respect. The other side of the thing is that, and I think will be a big trend in 2024, is projects raising from Encode. Whilst we don't, apart from Accelerator, don't have a specific function anymore, Balaji, drop me an email, and I'm sure we can sort things out. I suspect that is clerical error rather than anything particularly problematic. If you're looking to raise funds is hard, but I think the environment will get better. Doing events like this provides you with a fantastic platform. I've said in a few lectures that the best way to litmus test your project is to put it out there, put it on Twitter, go to events like this. The market will quickly reward what they think is valuable with investments, and involvement of the community. Investors will basically come to you as soon as that they think you have something valuable. They will come to you. You don't really need to come to them, so long as you do some minimum sort of outreach, such as in a hackathon format. So I would encourage you, if you respect your projects and want to raise money, put them out there, put them on Twitter, talk about them. If they're of interest to the number of very good investors in the space, they will be in touch with you, I should think. Awesome. All righty then. I think that's most of what I want to say. I believe the judging is still wrapping up. So we'll give them a couple of minutes. I will happily answer any questions you may have. Otherwise, I'll say a few more sort of nice words, and then we'll sort of go from there. To be honest, I don't know if it has any questions about Encode, anything else. Now is a great time to answer them. The breakout rooms are actually in. The questions in chat. Bid you a good farewell. I look forward to receiving any emails you'd like to send me on the talent side, or anything else. And otherwise, I believe our humble host, Yasin, is going to be back any second now. And as if by magic, the man of the hour is so. Hello, how's the judging?
We are done, and we
Beautiful.
are now happy to proceed to the next section of the finale, the most exciting one. And again, hope you've had a nice time with the audience and everyone got to enjoy. And moving on to prize winners. Everyone, now, what's happening next? We're going to be starting off with inviting all of our partners one by one to the stage so that they get to introduce their winners. So we've had a lot of bounties to submit for, and they've had the chance to review all your winners. So now we can invite them one by one in a lead up to the final grand prizes and the overall hackathon winners, which have already been decided in the breakout room. So the order of the sponsors we're going to be seeing is going to be Zeitgeist, Azero, Azero ID, Asta, GetBlock, and then we'll move on to the final one. So moving on to the Zeitgeist challenge, and let's quickly invite Harold, Logan, and Bob to the stage, who can address the audience and present their winner. Hey, Harold.
Hello, everyone.
Are we waiting for your colleagues, Logan and Bob? Not sure if they're in the audience, but.
All right, yeah, I think Logan won't make it. Let's see, maybe he does. But yeah, let's give Bob a couple of minutes. And yeah, in the meantime, thanks for having me here. And big shout out to everybody who participated in this wonderful hackathon and who put their creativity into some kind of manifested solution that runs within the Polkadot ecosystem. So yeah, you guys are big. Well done to anybody. Yeah, thanks again, Encode team, for providing this great opportunity to everybody. It's always a pleasure.
Likewise, we've enjoyed having you as well. All right, so I hope you've had a lot of fun with reviewing all the projects. And I think now's the time. I mean, I'm waiting to click the button so I can review everyone and the winner. So feel free to announce when ready.
So yeah, we had a lot of submissions, a lot of great ideas, but in the end, we settled on one grand prize winner who actually ticked all the boxes and submitted a wonderful project. And yeah, in our challenge, the main objective was to interact with the core logic from the Zeitgeist protocol, the prediction market protocol, using Ink. So this is like a novel mechanism that Ink provides that allows Ink to call into the runtime, which contains the core logic, the business logic of the blockchain it interacts with. And yeah, we had one submission that actually is the first contract living on the Zeitgeist Berry Station testnet that's actually interacting with the core protocol. So without further ado, the submission that we grant the first prize goes to Jeremy Buttiger for the Zeit Fund. And congratulations for being the first person ever to reach this milestone. And the Zeitgeist ecosystem is well earned. Well done, mate.
It was very beautiful idea, and I was super happy with the result coming from the Encode.
Can you hear me? Apologies, something went wrong with the sound. Again, congratulations to Zeitgeist Fund, and again, thank you, Harold and Bob, for being here on the stage to announce the winner. Moving on, we have a lot of prizes to announce. Once again, thank you, and we're now moving on to the Aleph Zero prizes. Sadly, Aleph Zero did not have the ability to send someone from their team to announce their winners, so I will have the pleasure to announce them. And the good thing to announce here is that they've had so many nice projects that they had to review and assign prizes to that they've actually altered their prize structure as well, which means that they're actually going to have three teams, which are going to be earning 2K each, and then we're going to have a one grand prize winner. So the three teams on the second place are going to get $2,000 are Azero Message, Encode, and Women of Polkadot. Congrats. Again, it was really hard for the team to pick only one team, so it was an amazing number of submissions with really high quality. And now moving on to their bigger and biggest winner of the night for both the DeFi and infrastructure category. Again, someone should have taken this. And the winner of the top prize of $6,000 is Kudos Inc. So congrats. We actually saw the presentation tonight. So congrats to Kudos. First place with 6K. Amazing. So, but that's not all. Again, proceeding on, have a lot more prizes to give away. So moving on to Azero ID. So let's get Dennis on stage. I know Dennis is here and he's been quite active in chat as well. So let's keep up. Hey, Dennis.
Yeah, I will keep it short. Thanks for participating for the hackers. Was really overwhelmed by all the submissions. Great usage of our boilerplate and also the Azero ID integrations really blown us away. And yeah, like the winner we picked, which will be awarded $1,000, is Azero Message. And we also decided to announce 5 honorable mentions, which will all get, for all team members, free domains, like free on-chain domains on Aleph Zero. These are Incora, Password Manager, Proownas DAO, Rejuvenate AI, and Kudos Inc. So all of them are getting free domains on top. And yeah, that's it. Like, great night, everyone, and thanks for organizing Encode.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Dennis, for coming on. Proceeding on with Asta and build up with Inc. They're going to have 2 winners, and both of them will be getting a part of the mentor program with Asta. So let's quickly get Sonia on stage.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hey. Yes, I can.
So hi everyone. First of all, thank you so much Encode team for such a great hackathon and the amazing final event. It's very great to be here, and I think all teams showcased not only your technical skills but also big dedication and innovation. So today it's my big privilege to proudly announce the winners of a Star Bounty. And our winners are Women of Polkadot and GPT. I sincerely congratulate the teams, and I believe this moment marks the beginning of your new chapter, because now you are part of a Star mentorship program, and I hope this will be the opportunity for you to enhance your skills and bring your visionary ideas to life, all guided by the Astar team. So yeah, we are very excited to have you, and we are looking forward to making a significant impact in a blockchain landscape together with you. So thank you one more time, and congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Sife. It was a pleasure to have you as one of our partners as well.
Thank you.
Congrats to the winners. Again, moving on, more prizes to be given away. Proceeding on with Get Block. Let's see if we have Archie on the stage. Oh, he's already here.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, awesome. So, hello everyone. So, I'll be short. So, thanks to Encode for this hackathon, also for inviting me to the final day of this hackathon. Thanks to the participants who took part in this hackathon. So, the winners of the Get Block Knowledge Pioneer Bounty Program. The third place will be Woman of Polkadot. The second place will be ArtPay, and the grand prize will go to Dot Transport Intel.
Congratulations.
So, congratulations. So winners need to register on our website. I'll send you the link. And also, winners need to register on our website and send me your user ID to my email so that our team can send you your award. I'll send you our email in the chat here.
Great stuff.
So thank you very much.
Archie. Thank you. And now let's get Victor back on stage, because now we're going to wrap up with announcing the biggest prizes. First off, we're going to do the Zero to Ink Hero Bounty Challenge, which has 5 winners of 500, which are for the teams that have shown a lot of promise and a lot of hard work during the hackathon, and showing the amazing progress that they've done with with Ink. Hey, Victor.
Hello, how are you? Yeah, for this one, if you can go and disclosure the winners. It was rough. It was very rough, but I went through code. I went through some of the contracts, and I was very impressed with all of them. So please just go ahead.
So as we said, 5 winners, 500, and the winners of the challenge are ERC4626 in Ink, Create Inkathon app, DMVC, Kudos Ink, and IUSD stablecoin in Ink. So huge congrats. Yeah, Victor.
Yeah, as I said before, I was very impressed by the quality. And again, finally, I get some of the buzzwords made as real projects, and that's something that really excites me. So in terms of innovation and how can you bring these projects with Ink, I was very impressed. So good job, everyone. It was not easy to select a number of projects, but we had to do it. And yeah, I was very, very excited.
Thank you. So now proceeding to the final, the grand prizes of the hackathon, the one thing that we've been building on for the past 4 weeks.
Yeah, you're right. Again, it was hard. I was making notes with every pitch presentation. For the third place, we pick Password Manager, and also because first, security, it's very important. I personally had some issues with passwords in the past. I switched password managers a number of times, and having the passwords in the screen. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was saying that password manager security, it's very important, and I think it's one of the main drivers for mass adoption in Web3. So I was very, very excited. The second one, it's for me also very interesting. I have this kind of really, really tight relationship with it, because I'm a huge fan of AI. I also believe that democratizing access to a smart contract is very important, whether you're a seasoned developer or you just want your MVP very fast. That's why I believe that Ink GPT, it's a wonderful idea. That's why I awarded them. We awarded them with the second prize. You have a very nice interface as well. Your MVP was already working, and I am very excited. And then for the first place, again, I've been involved in open source projects since, I don't know, 2009 or so, and I've always had the same challenge. How can I reward developers? How can I encourage them to participate more? So Kudos Inc. for me, when I first heard about it, was like, yeah, this is the way. This is what I wish I had in the past. Even buying a coffee can be a challenge sometimes. So it's a wonderful way to bring more developers to the ecosystem, to reward them, and to make them participate. So I just wanted to give you some rationale behind the decisions we made. There were other projects that I was also very excited. I told Justin, so good job, everyone. Again, super excited. I'm very pleased with the results that I saw. And yeah, good job. Thank you.
Amazing. So once again, congratulations, Password Manager, Ink GPT, Kudos saying for being in the top 3 of the Ink Hackathon. Amazing, amazing work from all of you. And I hope all of you got to enjoy, and not only just the top 3 winners, but also the rest of the winners as well. And participants, again, a lot of hard work throughout the past 4 weeks, a lot of great projects that have been submitted. And it was really, really a pleasure. Congratulations. Hope you all get to enjoy it. We will be in touch after the hackathon, obviously, to coordinate all of the prize distributions with all the sponsors. So nothing to worry about. All winners, it will be taken. We will make sure that everything goes as smooth as possible. One small note is that all prizes are tentative and can be altered. That means that even though we've already had the distribution of prizes, some teams are still doing additional due diligence. And if in case something ends up being fishy or there's a problem, we will be in contact to discuss. Right, so finally, as we usually end our hackathons, we want to have all of the smiley faces, all of the winners, hopefully wide smiles for a huge screenshot and to commemorate the ending of an amazing program. So I would like to invite all the winners back on the stage. We'll make sure to have all of you as quickly as possible. Just get this presentation out of the way. Right, so thank you for being here, and let's have a smile. And 3, 2, 1. Thank you for being amazing. This was fantastic.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, awkward as always, but again, thank you for being with us. And again, it was a real pleasure working with you. One last note: we are kicking off a Polkadot accelerator real soon. So as finalists, all of you, obviously that is an honor to have, and you obviously have a project that is that's already caught the attention of some of our sponsors. So we urge you to head to our Encode Club webpage, find the registration form, and see whether the accelerator is going to be a fit for you. Again, we're looking forward to having you all involved, not only in the Polkadot affiliate programs, but the others as well. Once again, it was a pleasure, and thank you all for being here. Have a great day.
Thank you, guys.
See you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.